Building a Web3 community isn't about chasing numbers. It's about attracting a carefully cultivated contingent of believers. Believers willing to contribute their time and expertise to your project's growth. Hello, my name is Laura Texidor, and I'm a program manager here at Outlier. I found that many startup founders in Web3 are confused and overwhelmed by how many new things there are to learn about this space, especially when it comes to developing their communities. One question that pops up repeatedly is, why do I need to cultivate a community around my project? And how should I go about doing that? I'm here to help you get to that answer. So let's dive in. 92% of marketing professionals say that online communities have had an impact on their businesses, and 66% of community members themselves cite that communities have boosted their brand loyalty. In a world where brands are constantly fighting for your attention, community makes your customers feel truly connected to your product. Community members provide organic social media presence, spread word of mouth, and some even turn into passionate advocates for your startup. Investors will also look at your community, especially at your growth and engagement rate. Having a growing community around your project is also useful for convincing potential investors to buy into your venture's ability to appeal to a large audience. We know from experience that a minimum viable community makes product success much more tangible. Projects who have not created active communities, or at least put in the effort, generally will find it much more challenging to onboard their primary users and even raise funds. In a world of constantly shrinking attention spans, people can lose interest, especially between significant events. So you need to have a long-term vision for the community around your project. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult to maintain engagement without constantly delivering new announcements. Your community vision needs to be anchored by a shared goal. For instance, if your primary community consists of developers and tech builders, then it should be conducive to technical collaboration. A good community vision statement in this case could be as simple as, "This is a community where great minds find each other and build something meaningful together." This could be a good starting point for generating ideas for activities, discussions, and campaigns that work towards materializing your vision. I like to say to founders that it's not always about the quantity of followers you have, it's about how engaged they are. An engaged community is much more valuable than large numbers. The most valuable community members are the ones who contribute to meaningful discussions about the evolution of your project, as well as relevant industries or issues. They serve as a reliable source of feedback, both good and bad, especially the bad, because they flag issues early on to help you resolve them quickly before they turn into even bigger problems. It is estimated that 90% of communities share insights and tips, but they might do so in different ways. Let's talk about the types of community members. First, the advocates. Those are the ones that understand the work you're doing and believe in you standing up for the community. The moderators. Those are the ones who protect the values of the community and unite people together for the good of the project. Third, the cheerleaders. The ones who are passionate about the project and regularly share it with others. And finally, the builders. The ones that are heads down building, silently, slowly, but surely, adding value to the ecosystem. All of these types help create an engaged community, a community which has a life of its own beyond the product. Currently, most Web3 communities use Discord, Telegram, Twitter, and traditional social media. These channels will allow casual conversations between community members, and it's also great for announcements, AMAs, and even some campaigns. But these are very Web2 platforms. In the future, we believe that Web3 communities will be far more immersive. They will make use of actual metaverses and advanced technologies. And as infrastructure develops, we will see these environments gradually take on the role of main spaces for online community life. Incentives are a big thing in Web3. With different stakeholders come different motivations. It's important that you understand who these stakeholders are, what are their priorities, and how you can support and reward them for their contribution to your ecosystem. Referrals are one of the most common incentive schemes utilized in this space, but they don't always have to be financial. Active, positive participation in community discussions can be encouraged through reputation boosts, badges, prestige, or early access. Another popular scheme is the token airdrop, where you distribute your tokens to active members of your community to incentivize participation. If you use your native token wisely, encouraging participation doesn't always have to cost much, and this means you can have more sustainable incentive systems that work in the long term. Well, depends. During your early stages, your community might be a small but tight-knit group of people that discuss the actual product, use cases, potential improvements, and other facets of your future ecosystem. This is especially true for developer communities. But for consumer projects that require massive public engagement, such as, for example, an upcoming token generation event, spreading the word is a must. A recent survey by Forbes found that 64% of marketers believe that word of mouth is the most effective form of marketing. In these cases, you'll need someone to help you build your community as fast as possible. Getting a community manager to start conceptualizing, strategizing, and executing community engagement campaigns is your best bet. Okay, so where do I start? First, set up your desired social channels. Define your mission and the type of community you want to build. Have clear values for the community and what it stands for. Set a target for how many people you want and keep moving that target as you grow. Jump into communities which you are in and engage with like-minded members. Promote your own community, but don't spam. Share updates on the progress of your product. Members will be curious and they also love transparency. Finally, keep going. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. Building a Web3 community isn't about chasing numbers. It's about attracting a carefully cultivated contingent of believers. Believers willing to contribute their time and expertise to your project's growth. Strive to build a community of developers, designers, creative thinkers, and even small businesses that can help catapult your project to the next level. To attract this type of members, your project must be founded on the core tenets that make Web3 attractive to them in the first place. A clear vision, the right communication platforms, and the right incentives. At Outlier, we're no strangers to the considerable opportunities that a healthy community can unlock. As Web3 grows, we know that the true outliers will be those who manage to mobilize people to help build their brand. Ultimately, the future of Web3 is not about product, it's about people. Thanks for watching. If you would like to access more of our content and courses, head over to outlierventures.io/atlas.